And welcome to Alumni Field on the campus of Western Ontario, home of the Western Mustangs and, of course, the London Jr Mustangs. I am the coach, Ron Forwerda. I am joined in the booth today by Everett the Hammer Hamner. Everett, welcome to London Football TV. Welcome to kind of our first broadcast together. I know we've done the coaches show many times together. Thoughts on coming into today's game?
Well, yeah, welcome. Good to see you all again. Good to be back. Thoughts on tonight's game? One, it's a beautiful day for football. Forecast earlier in the week was going to be rainy, but this is a heavyweight bout here in terms of in the league, in the province. Battle of undefeateds, 3-0 versus 3-0. Number 2 in the province versus number 3 in the province. So I think whatever way you look at this matchup, this is going to be a good football game.
This is going to be, arguably the game of the day, at the U16 level across the province. You have two teams that have a storied history together at the U16 level over the past 3 years. Hamilton has won in the regular season the last 3 years. And London has gone into Hamilton the last 3 years and upset the Ticats in the playoffs. So Hamilton's looking for a little bit of revenge. London's about to say, this is our field. We're going to defend this turf. Really, the winner of this game is going to have a leg up into hosting the potential OSFL Western final here on potentially on the 27th, as we're just going to take a pause for the playing of our national anthem. Greatest song for the greatest country played there. Again, just a fantastic day for football. We talked about it. Hey, we thought it was going to be rainy today. The potential was there. And then magically it rained about midnight last night, and it's being a little bit cloudy, but just a gorgeous day for some U16 football. Coach Snyder leads the London Jr Mustangs out on the field. Mustangs in their home whites with purple numbers, silver trim, silver helmets. Hamilton and their traditional all blacks, black jerseys, black pants, black helmets, gold trim and white numbers. Everett, take it away.
Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Well attended here at Alumni Stadium. This is a measuring stick game for both these two programs, so a big game if you're a fan of either of these teams, and also with it being a measuring stick game, a big game if you are a fan of rulers.
How so?
Math, rulers.
Oh,
measuring
okay.
stick,
I
form of
like
measurement.
that one.
That's a math joke.
Okay.
Back to receive the kickoff for the Mustangs. Number 1, Mateo De Leon Garza. And we are underway here into picking it up on in the air is Cato. Cato going up the right side, got a couple of blocks. Pretty decent return there to about the 38, maybe somewhere between 38 to 40-yard line.
Yeah, he does a really good job. This is something that we've talked about on many broadcasts. Hey, catch the ball in the air. Yeah. The ball hits the ground, you're going to get 15 yards, you're going to lose 15 yards on it. Tacks the ball, catches it in the air, does a good job of getting upfield. Just get what the defense or the kicking team will give you, hey, special teams is going to be a huge factor. We know Coach Schneider spends a ton of time on special teams during the week. I expect something like that. The special teams play may be a difference maker in today's game.
So here we go. First look at the Junior Mustangs offense. Shotgun start from the 40-yard line. Handoff going up the left side. 22 picks up, call it 6-7 yards. Good chunk of yardage on first down.
Yeah, you see a great kick-out block here, and then there's that wraparound coming from the puller. Does a good job of sealing the linebacker. Look, you can get 6-7 yards of carry, but in that particular case, we got 8. Guess what? You're going to see that play a whole lot more as the day goes on.
Talking to Snyder earlier this week, he says, yeah, I think we're going to run the ball and then run it some more and maybe run it some more. Second off, here's another run up the middle. Gets a good block. That's going to be a first down. 2 plays in a row.
We get to show you our new toy here. Steph, if you can hit pause right now. Right now. Okay. Welcome to our telestrator, if I can find it on here. Okay, maybe not. Just go ahead. Anyway, we see a great kick-out block from the fullback coming across, and then you see that good wrap coming through here, and it completely opens up the gap in there.
So first of all, we're seeing those 2 runs. Mustangs going up the middle between the tackles here. Here's another handoff again to Uwasini. He's going to get a block, bounce it out to the outside, looks like the first down.
Yep.
3 consecutive runs here.
And again, like if you can't stop the run against a London team, you're going to see it time after time after time. And again, just a good job. This is more of supposed to be an inside run. And this is what this kid can do. He's got great speed. He can stick his foot in the ground and go vertically and horizontally, literally at the same time, and shift a gear. There you can see him bounce it outside and get upfield for a first down. Mustangs, though, changing the running back on this play.
Going to have about 4 running backs expected to get some touches throughout this game in the backfield for the Stangs. They give it to their running back again. That's time number 5, Guthrie, Jason Guthrie.
Guthrie with a good carry. Again, he's not the explosive back. He's got a little bit more oomph to him. He's more of a power back. Stays in the track a little bit longer. But again, hey, look, if you're getting 4 yards of carry early in the game, that means your offensive line is really firing off the ball.
So again, about 2nd and 6 here at the Hamilton 42-yard line. High snap, able to corral it. Gives it off to Guthrie again. He gets close to a first down. Going to depend on the spot here, but here we are, Ron. Seeing the Mustangs able to potentially move the chains, but anyways, getting some good yardages here.
Stephanie, let's try it again now. So it is a first down. Okay, so there we see if we can just bring that replay back one more time here. Technical difficulties early in this. So we actually didn't see it. Unfortunately, you were getting that jet action coming here to our slot back right here, and you could see the linebacker trail out with them, but then have to come back in. That was the point I was trying to make on that.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Going outside, handing the ball off again. Guthrie, little sidestep left and right, and again, looks like it's going to be, again, pretty far side officials calling first down.
Watch this block right here by big number 66. Look at him. Absolutely take that guy completely out of the way there. Great job.
That's Dante Bertoliosi. And so again, another first down for the Mustangs.
Hey,
on the
great job for the offense. And look at the clock, just chewing the clock up. Coach Snyder's got to love drives like these.
Yep, this is, again, we haven't had a chance to touch on it yet, but this is a very high-potented offense for Hamilton, but they're not getting the ball here. There's another delayed handoff. Back into the game is 22, Owasini.
Yeah, and again, look at the little pump fake right at the top of this route here as you're running a draw. Watch the quarterback just right here. Doop! Just that little pump fake, froze the linebackers, and then you can see the little draw play. And you got, again, if you're ripping off 7 yards, man, this quarterback, he's got legs on him. He's a big, strong kid. If Hamilton's defense is concentrating so much on the inside run from these backs, that quarterback's going to pop it out here one of these times.
Shotgun, we go I formation here, offset. Motion, going to hand it off again. Why not? Another sidestep, can't get a block here. Touchdown!
Wow.
Mustangs!
Wow, what an impressive drive here. Look at the blocking by the offensive line. Kicking out here. Look at the fullback. Does a great job of stalemating. And then you see the tackle getting to the linebacker level. One more time, Steph. So pause it right here. We're going to see the fullback come through. He's going to kick out. Okay, hang on. What did I do? He's going to come through here. He's going to kick out. The tackle's going to get out here. And the running back just follows that lane, bounces it in, and you get a touchdown for the Mustangs.
Call it a very efficient use of clock management, too. Again, 6:36 here. Extra point is good.
Wow. You know what? You took off 5 minutes, over 5 minutes of clock time, almost 5 minutes and 30 seconds of clock time. And that was an impressive drive. That is one of the most impressive drives I've seen from this Junior Mustang team. Again, all the hype and everything. Everyone got a little bit of a scare last week in Burlington. You know, they were up big in Burlington. They let Burlington back into that game, and then were able to close the door on that. That offensive line, that was a statement drive for the offensive line. That's always something that you can see with the Coach Snyder coach team. Look for the offensive line to fire off and get going.
Again, talking to Snyder this week, he said that the offensive line, he said, look, that's where the best coaching is happening. And so kind of, I don't know, Ron, you're the coach. When you say the best coaching is happening on the open offensive line, I'm thinking, look for double teams, pulling guards, those types of things, and kind of what we saw on that drive.
Yeah, but it's also, it's bringing the players along, watching the progression that they're going. Coach Snyder always kind of has a meeting and says, hey, what are we going to hang our hat on this year? What are we going to do, offensively and defenses? What's our flag? You look at that team, and it's always like, well, look at the running backs. No, you look at the offensive line. Nice high kick into an open area.
McCartney kicks it in a bit of a moon kick there.
Yep.
Good coverage on the kickoff by the kickoff team. Not given much on a return there, so it's going to be around the 30 or the 28, 7-yard line.
The 20, they're going to mark it at the 28 there, but again, just a nice moonshot. And then again, we talked about special teams being so important as this game goes on. Look at, if you can hold a return to under 15, 20 yards on a kickoff, that's kind of a win. That was like a 4-yard return there. That was a shorter kick, but again, great coverage downfield. Now we get to see what Hamilton's answer is going to be.
This is an explosive offense for the Junior Ticats. Their first time here, 6:10 left in the first quarter. Shotgun start, going to look to pass. Has a receiver out to the flats. Good catch, getting to the sticks there.
It's number 3 for the Ticats. Just a simple out pattern. Again, let's look at the out pattern is one of the hardest patterns in football to cover, especially front to the wide side. But if you're going to run that quick out to the short side of the field, because you have to protect vertically and horizontally at the same time as the defender, it's so hard to do. It's going to be such a contrast in styles. Hamilton wants to spread the ball around. London wants to play football in a phone booth.
Defensively, the Mustangs go with a 33 look. Stacking there, that gets some disguising opportunities. Going to go handoff up the middle. Good job by the running back there to keep his feet moving. My goodness, dragging some Mustangs going there. A good offensive run there for the Junior Ticats.
Yeah, and again, this is just a straight ahead run. You bring an extra guy down there and everybody just walls it off. You can see a great job by the lineman getting up to the linebacker there. And then, unfortunately, we can't quite corral that player. Guy was in the wrong gap, unfortunately, and cost him.
So
it's a big offensive line for Hamilton,
for
too.
Sure, absolutely. But hey, Matt Snyder said our defensive line is one of the strengths of our team. They're going to be in tough here this week. Shotgun start, a throw, going bit of a screen there. Unable to corral that pass was number 13, Desmond Marshall.
So Hamilton went empty on that play. So that's three to the boundary, 3 to the field. And you were just trying to hit the numbers in that particular instance. You had 2 defenders over there. You have to bring the linebacker over for your number 3. You're trying to get a light box in there. Unfortunately, weren't able to complete it. And here we go. 2nd down and 10 here for Hamilton.
2nd and 10. We've seen, expect maybe a throw here, but also the run game looked really good on the couple of plays here. So 2nd and 10. Dropping back to pass. He's looking to the far side. There he is, pulling down with the interception. Agent Zero, Tate Kim.
Yeah, my man, Tate Kim. You know, this guy, all he does is make plays. Every team he's on, whether he's playing, you know, for Catholic Central, whether he was playing back in the day for London Minor, all this kid does, he's undersized. He is an absolute hacksaw of a player. But, man, look at him go up there and high point that ball. Anytime, like, look, I coached receivers for years. We always told our guys, get your hands up there, high point that ball. It's great to see a defender do the exact same thing. He went up there and got that ball from him. Great job, Tate.
A great job giving the ball back to his offense. So from the about 17-ish yard line, or sorry, the 13-yard line, here go the Mustangs back to work offensively. Going for the delayed draw, handoff up the middle. Good job there. Good tackle by the defensive line of the Ticats, Ron. Maybe some coaching there in between possessions.
You see, in that particular case, you're trying to get that guard up to that other tackle there, and he wasn't able quite to get there like he was the first time through. So it's the second time you run that play, and this time hey, look, the defensive players are smart too. He said, not this time. You know, I've seen this once already. And they watch film too. Everyone watches film in this league.
Looked like they, based on the change there, loss of 1 here, sprinting out to the outside. Pass is open. Oh, airmailed his receiver there, intended for Cato, but just about 4 or 5 yards too high.
Yeah, unfortunately, Merritt does it. Like, this is a tough ball. Anytime that you're scrambling to the right or the left, you got to get your shoulders set all the way around, get your feet and your hips and everything pointed towards the target. You got to throw where he is, not where you think he's going. Because if you throw where you think he's going, that's always going to trail the ball away. If you throw it to where it is with your momentum, the ball's obviously just going to carry with your momentum and should bring him right over there. See if the Mustangs give up the deuce here just to get that field position, which I believe they will.
Yep, going to concede the 2 points there.
So here's something to think about, and this is kind of a, not necessarily rule, but the more at this age level and at the U18s that you watch, if your punter's standing on the purple, you're taking a knee. Give up the deuce and get the big shift in field position. You're going to punt that ball. They would have had the ball maybe at the 40, 45-yard line. Instead, they're going to have the ball in their own 35-yard line. That's a huge difference.
Absolutely. So they do get 2 points on the board for the Junior Ticats. Your Mustangs lead 7-2 here. Everett Hammer alongside Ron Forwarda. We thank you for joining us wherever you're tuning in from. And a beautiful afternoon of football here. Been football going on all day long down here at Alumni Stadium. From the 35. Under 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Dropping back to pass. Has a receiver. That's Becker with it. Makes a play for a first down and gets some yards after the catch.
Watch 21 jump this route. He doesn't quite get there. You can see that he's playing cut coverage. Doesn't quite get over the top and to get there, but good job of recognition. And you see what I mean about that's such a hard route to cover. He knew it was coming and still couldn't quite get over there. Easy completion, good for 10 yards, move the sticks, and first down for the Ticats.
Good read, good throw there by the quarterback, Mateo Fuca. And so 1st and 10 here for the Ticats. Going a handoff and eats it up.
Big number 33 from the linebacker position from the Mustangs. Look at him just stick his foot in the ground and said, now, you try to get that puller coming through. Not able to do it. Good tackle.
That is Oliver Pettit, St. Joseph's High School's own. Shout out St. Thomas. Let's go Rams.
There you go.
I will acknowledge I am on the Rams coaching staff this year, so great job by Pettit and the Mustangs.
3x2. Hamilton's been in this base 3x2 pretty much all game.
So 2nd and long here for the Ticats. Dropping back to pass, looking for his receiver. A jump ball here, able to come down with it. Great job, and he's going to have a high step into the end zone here. Touchdown for the Ticats.
So you had 2 Mustangs going up for this ball. I thought it was picked. I thought he was going to have it intercepted there. Good strong hands by the receiver, and then just not finishing. You got to keep your head up, see your eyes all the way through that tackle. Fortunately, big play for Hamilton. Good answer, and the Ticats have taken the lead with 1:21 left in this game. 8-7, barring an extra point, potentially 9.
That is coming down with that jump ball that we talked about is Matthew Hooper-Pauly.
That's a good receiver. That's strong hands on that kid.
Good defense on the initial, play.
Exactly. You can't really fault it. Extra point is good. So it's 9-7. Hamilton leads. And again, teams give up plays. We saw Hamilton bounce back, and they were able to make that stop and big play down there. And then good drive. Let's see if London has that answer now, after their defense gave up a big play. So again, it's been chunk plays here for Hamilton. Hamilton's trying to hit that home run ball, and that's kind of what we talked about. London wants to play you in a phone booth. They want to get us a lot of numbers in the box, and they want to just slow the game down and wear you down. Hamilton wants to spread you out, throw the ball, hit the speed out, take a shot downfield. I will say this. Most of the throws I've noticed have gone to the boundary so far.
Yep.
So that might be something that, defensively, there might be an adjustment coming.
Going back to kick this is 22. King for the Ticats. And so inside of 2 minutes left here in the first quarter, 9-7, the Ticats lead. It's going to be over the hill, catches it in the air. Good job adjusting, going up the right side. Gets one block, couple of blocks. Good coverage on the kickoff by the by the Ticats. And on the receiving there, it's number 15, Cato again.
Yeah. And again, we talked about 15 yards difference catching the ball in the air. Look, you got the ball to the 37-yard line. You caught that at the 20. You don't catch that, you're going to have that ball at the 10-yard line. That's a huge difference. Kids, if you want to be a punt returner or a kickoff guy, catch the ball in the air. Most important thing you can do.
Back to work of the Mustangs offense from the 35-yard line, their own 35-yard line. Shotgun formation. Handoff going up the middle again. Good job bouncing it outside here. Gets a couple of blocks there, but making some plays for himself.
Yeah, this is,
Uwasini.
Yeah, Usini is one of those guys, bring your own blocker. I'm going to make one or two guys miss along the way. And again, that looked like he was caught dead to rights, and he just keeps his legs going and everything. Now, he's not the biggest guy, so he's not going to break a lot of those tackles, but that cut got him an extra 3 yards. Instead of 2nd and 6, you're looking at 2nd and 3.
Second down here, going to give it to him again. Gets close to it, gets a block.
Wow. Look at the track by number 58 on this, the big old guard on this. Watch him just get in there. The little nice finish at the end there. Just a good job. And you're just running right behind him.
Gets just to the sticks, and that's all you need. You just got to get to it. This will be the last play of the first quarter.
Quick first half. Or quick first quarter, Everett.
Absolutely. Good ball movement by both teams offensively.
Hamilton's really stacking the box now. 6 men up.
Trying to adjust to the strong running game that the Mustangs have come up with so far. Still on his feet there. And that's the end of the first quarter. Gets maybe about two and a half.
We're going to give him 2 yards on that, Good first quarter from both the teams. Little extra shot at the end there. I like the physicality of London. London wants to be the bully in this game,
Yep.
and it starts with the offensive line, and Hamilton's starting to adjust to it a little bit. I'll tell you, Hamilton's got some absolute monsters in the middle of that defense. 99 and I believe it's 64 are enormous, are absolutely enormous out there. So again, it's going to be tough running inside, but you've seen if they don't get you, we're able to get to the linebackers up there, and the offensive linemen are occupying them, and you see those chunk 7, 8, 9 yard runs in the third and fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Those become 15 and 20 yard runs.
And also, for the Mustangs, Snyder said, we've got 4 running backs who are likely going to get touches in this game. That keeps the legs fresh to an extent. You're not having 1.5 running backs, getting 90 to 95% of the touches.
Yeah, exactly. The more you can spread it around, the fresher your guys are going to be able to be in that critical third and fourth, later on in the game. Obviously both these teams would like to be up big at that point, but we both kind of think this is going to be a tight game today.
2nd and 8, dropping back to pass for the first time today. That's complete. A flag on the play there, but reeling in that pass was Dion Garza.
Yeah. Garza's coming through, and this is just almost like a middle screen. You can see they allow them to come through. Does a good job of catching it. The flag came through really, really late. It looked like it was after yards gain. So it's an illegal man downfield is what they're calling. So they're saying that the offensive lineman left too early and got down there too early.
So we'll see here. Still some confusion coming in here.
That's not really illegal substitution or illegal touching. No, yeah, there you go.
No
so
flag.
No flag. It's like, wait a second here. That's when you put your hands on that's too many men or illegal substitution. We know that one from the Beefeaters game last fall.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. And there was 12 guys. So a good call. So what you did is you allowed that rush to get upfield. They want to pin their ears back and come. And it's just a nice, easy, nice little under route from your wide receiver coming across. Almost like a screen.
1st and 10 here inside the other side of the half. Getting it to Assini. He's chugging along there. Another good couple of blocks from the offensive line of the Mustangs.
This offensive line is absolutely firing off. There's that kick again. You can kind of see if we can just get that replay one more time here and pause it right now. Pause. You can watch this kick out right here, and you see him just come through and hit that right in there. Boom. And then the fullback comes through as well. Great job.
Handing it off again.
Number 5.
Number 5 for the Mustangs is Guthrie.
Yeah, and Guthrie, again, he's a little bit thicker. He's not quite as fast, but he's another really dynamic back. And again, look, if you're getting 8, 9 yards of carry in the first and second quarters, man, these are going to be big chunk plays coming up for you. And again, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Just keep pounding the ball until you prove that you can stop the run.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs in motion from the outside. Gives it again this time to Guthrie.
See, that time I would have liked to seen that jet sweep coming. Now, they do a good job of walling it off, but the linebacker you're trying to influence is that too, and he stayed there and just waited for him. But again, you're making a few adjustments there. You can't fire everybody. Everyone's staying tight. Eventually, something's going to pop outside, either on a swing or that traditional H-under that Coach Snyder loves to do to the fullback.
2nd and 8 for the Mustangs. 9:40 left in the half. Mustangs trail 9-7 here. Sprinting out. Gets it a pass. Intercepted for the Ticats. That picked off by number 22 for the Ticats. That is King. That's a big interception for the Ticats.
That's a big interception. And again, rolling out to his left. Merritt doesn't quite get set on this, and I think he rushes the ball. Look at everyone's covered. You don't have to sometimes live to fight another day. You were within field goal range almost on that. So I would have liked to have seen him kind of maybe just turn up field and go for a run and try to get, down to that 3rd and 3 area. Unfortunately, Mustangs turned it over. So that was a good answer from Hamilton. Even though they gave up a lot of yards, chunk yards, they were able to keep the Mustangs off the score sheet.
And so back to to work on offense go the Ticats from the 35-yard line. Handing it off this time. Not a lot going there. There's that good defensive line for the Mustangs.
Yeah,
collapsing things.
I don't think that you're going to be able to run against this defensive front here by the London Jr Mustangs. I think, and again, not taking away anything from Hamilton's offensive line, I don't think they're built for that. I think they're built to spread it out wide. They've got a very dynamic quarterback. Running the ball, I think, is just one of those things. We're just trying to keep you honest here. I don't think they're trying to pop it here, as we see timeout here by Hamilton. I believe it is.
First timeout of the game by either team. So, and this is a key drive, a key play for both teams, right? So you got 2nd and 9.5-ish, right?
Yeah.
Coming off an interception, the Ticats here. How important is this for the Ticats to try and get either a first down or something 3rd and short, and for the Mustangs to try and keep it 2nd and long?
Well, obviously, you need to get that 2 and out for the Mustangs here after having a really impressive drive. Hamilton, you're trying to take some of that momentum back there. You've got the interception. Now let's build on it. Let's get a couple first downs. Let's move the sticks. We always talk about the amount of possessions that you have in a game. It's a really quick-moving game. Both teams have had like 2 possessions in this game so far. And, we see the score. It's a low-scoring game, which is what we expected. We thought it was going to be a slugfest. We thought it was going to be played well into the 4th quarter, and we still believe it is. But again, you have to take your opportunities when you have them. You have to maximize your points for the amount of opportunities you're going to have the ball. Hamilton likes to throw the ball around. London likes to run it. The time of possession is going to be in London's favor. So Hamilton, you've got to capitalize on these 2nd and longs.
And so coming out of the timeout, we'll see what each team is.
And we're going
drawn
empty.
Up. 4 down linemen.
Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw.
Yep. 5 wide. Dropping back to pass to the Ticats. Throwing it over the middle. Complete. And then some is number 11. Reeling it in. Lico.
Yeah, and again, watch him. He's the number 2 coming all the way through here. And he's coming from the Z position way out wide. So yeah, that's what we call like a dusty. It's almost like a double under, but your Z's coming all the way in. It's that long in out concept. It's so hard to trail for that long. And again, good job offensive line pass blocking. Quarterback does a good job settling his feet and just making an easy throw. It's about a 12-yard throw. 3
receivers to the far side here. It's a toss sweep, but that's Tate.
Yeah.
Kim in the backfield, tackle for loss. And Ron, you've said singing his praises.
Yeah, he's an absolute bulldog. All he does is make plays.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys, he's never going to wow you with size or speed, but if you put on the film and watch him, he's always around the ball, and he's one of the most sure tackling players I've ever seen.
Absolutely agree with you. 2 years ago, was fortunate to be able to coach him at CCH, and on special teams, he was my best technical tackler.
Yeah.
And you'll see it there again. So a big defensive play for the Mustangs, and here comes 2nd and long. But another good throw and catch.
Out of bounds.
They're calling it out of bounds.
Yeah, he's out of bounds that time. And again, it's so hard to stay with him. 1 foot. See, he didn't get the foot down.
No. Okay.
So again, it's that long out. Here it comes. Stick your foot in the ground. Come back to the ball. And it's just that speed out. But you also had a flag in the backfield there. Back by the quarterback. I don't know if there was.
Is it a holding flag?
It's a holding call against Hamilton. So I think London's, holding call. Yeah, so it's a holding call against Hamilton. Penalty is declined. 3rd down and about 11. I have not seen Hamilton make a substitution here. I think they're going to go for it. Now, did you run that cut coverage? Look at, because I think they're going to try to run some type
delayed.
There we go. Okay.
Just trying to maybe
You're up 2 points here with 7 minutes left, basically, to go in the half. It's a long game. You've got the ball, pin London deep, make them drive the length of the field, play the field position game here.
Ron, one thing we haven't really talked about is these types of situations. I don't know how many, if any, Hamilton has been in, because their games this year, 37-0 against Essex, 27-7 against Oakville, 54-7 against Guelph. They've been blowing teams out. So this is a botched snap, but the punter's going to keep it, and he's gets it for the first down. Wow.
So, maintain your lane, rush. If someone's got outside, someone's got inside. Again, this is a botched snap. Good bounce right to him. Everyone's running to the ball. A little bit of a block in the back there that was missed, unfortunately, by the referees. But, hey, punter's an athlete. I sing the praises of kickers all the time. I usually don't sing the praises of punters. That kid's an athlete. He's also one of the receivers.
Wide receiver. That's Jamison Moore. Once he got the ball and got his eyes up, he trusted his legs, saw the field there. So now back to offense. Go the Ticats. Approaching the red zone. 5:50 left here in the half.
Different look here. So it's a 3-by-1 with an H in there.
And they're going to hand that off there. Looks like it was an option. Number 1, Zioni.
Gain of about 3 on that.
Able to get the tackle there was...
about 4.
Number 85, which there is no 85 on my sheet, so...
Trying to see the number. It's 95.
95, there we go.
Yeah, big number 95 in the middle there.
Everybody. Orlando Lopez.
Yeah.
With the tackle.
So second down, we're going to call it a long 6 here. Hamilton again in that 3-by-1 this series with a fullback offset.
The referee's pointing at something on the field, or maybe a loose shoelace for one of the Mustangs.
Well, it looks like his foot came out of the shoe, so they're allowing him to put the shoe on.
Ref says, "Hey, you need the shoes on." Looks like he's going to need a sub. Can't get it on.
Yeah, so they're going to allow this equipment substitution on that. So
Jackson Huey coming in.
Yep. So Hamilton is actually almost in a 4-by-1 here. You've got ISO'd with number 3. Look for the ball to go out here, either on a slant or maybe just a quick out here. Watch him press inside and try to hammer it inside here.
Dropping back to pass here, looking to the end zone. He's got a receiver coming down with it. Touchdown. Hamilton.
I think it's number 12.
DeSimone with the touchdown.
Yeah, and again, just that post pattern. It's, you're in a zone play, and you got to track these receivers for so long. And again, just a really good job. This is what Burlington did last week. They made a couple plays here and there, and then all of a sudden they were up at half. So that's tough. But again, don't let yourself get discouraged. You're down a little bit. Look, you came back and scored 23 unanswered points last week. You're quite capable of doing it, but it's a different animal this week.
Extra point is up, and it is good. So 16-7.
We talked about maximizing the opportunities that you have the ball, making sure that you come away with points. Hey, obviously, you can come away with the more points, the better. Are they saying that was no good, or there it is? Okay, so the point is up.
Yep.
So 16-7 here with 4:48 left to go in the half. Hamilton's going to do a good job of stretching the field, pressing the edges. Yep. They're making London cover all the blades of grass on the field, vertically and horizontally. That's tough to do.
And so far, one thing I'm kind of noticing is Mustangs got to maybe figure out how to get some pass rushing going, some pressure in the backfield. They got to get some
pressure without blitzing.
Yeah.
That might, that's going to be a key in here. But again, it's really, really good job. Hamilton, I don't think they're going to run the ball in London, but hey, if you can spread it around like this, London's in for a long day too. A little bit of a moonshot there.
Bit of a fumbled the kick, but able to get it on the hop. And bringing it up over the 40-yard line.
That's a good return. Number 1, I believe it is.
Good return by Garza.
Yeah.
For the Mustangs.
So a little bit of a bobble there. Remember, we talked about you can get about 15, 20 yards on a return. That's a good return. You touch it at the 20. Look at where it goes down. At the 20, at the 42. So good return. About a break even there. We'd like a little bit more if possible. That's a heck of a return, though. And London's got really good field position for the first time in a long time.
Absolutely, and a great time to try and get back into this, chip away at this lead, approaching the halftime here.
Hamilton's starting to creep those linebackers up, too.
Yep. Pulling it out to pass. They were in for the reception there. That's a first down for Levi Gray.
Okay.
The H.
Yeah, so there we go. We just talked about that. That H under is coming down the pike a little bit. Watch all those players. And you saw everybody stuck their head in the ground and their eyes in the backfield. Look at everyone's looking at the running back. Oh, shoot. There goes the fullback. That's going to take a huge – you got to maintain now. You just can't sneak in as much as you want to, and that's going to help with the running lane. I knew that play was coming. I thought it was coming last series, though.
2 running backs in the backfield for the Mustangs. Going to hand it off. Almost breaking a tackle, but maybe dragging defender for a few yards there is Wasini.
Yeah, and again, it's just, you're just running straight ahead power here. This is fullback lead. So you see the fullback coming through. It's power a different way. There's your kick. There's your pin. There's your puller through their hole. And then all of a sudden, bang, running back gets in there. And again, 8 yards a carry.
Yep.
But if you're averaging 8 yards a carry, you got to come away with points now. You've had 2 turnovers in this game. You got to clean that up.
2nd and 4. Inside of 3 minutes left in the half. Bit of a high snap brought down. Osini met by 2, 3 Ticats. Gang tackle there. Nothing going on that play.
And quick to call out the punt team. So you're trying to get that slice coming all the way across from that wide receiver. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get there. So 3rd down and 3. And again, London's playing the field position game. They're going to punt the ball and make Hamilton drive the distance.
Matt Snyder's a big special teams coach, loves it, believes in it. So he's going to try and, again, like you say, look for a field position type of thing here.
This ball's going over this kid's head. Looking at where he's standing right now, or it's going towards the sidelines. Timeout, Hamilton. So they
maybe didn't like something.
They didn't have
enough players on
there
the field. 19 was there.
Yeah, because I'm looking back there. I'm going, you only got 1 returner back there standing at the 15. That's only a 30-yard punt.
Yeah.
This kid can bomb it, and if he puts it over on a number and it takes the bounce, you're not going to be able to get there.
So now that's 2 timeouts that Hamilton
I believe,
has
yeah.
used.
And now London, are they bringing the offense back out?
Oh, we love this.
Yes, they absolutely are bringing the offense out here.
Hey, why not?
Okay, I like this. Now, here we go. Let's see what Merritt can do.
Let's play some football.
Yep. And they haven't even realized that the offense is out yet because they're sending the returners out there.
Oh, yeah, their coach just now
they
have
not realized it. They have not realized it.
Whistle it in, snap the ball. Go up to the line.
And here we go.
They're kind of some chaos
Coach,
here.
You got to get off the field. Let's go.
Here we go. 3rd and 3.5, 4 yards.
Oh, I like this call. See if you can get a Hank call.
Oh, he
went.
It. Got it. So there was some
confusion,
some chaos there.
So, but 35, I thought, pointed at the Mustangs. It's offside Hamilton. Absolutely it is.
It was the inside.
Yeah. No, it's the outside guy. If
we
could just get that replay one more time here.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, right on the outside. And I think the inside guy made contact.
Yeah.
But again, that's why you roll it out there. So not only, hey, Hamilton, we've used our 2nd time out. We just got a 1st down on that.
Yep.
And the drive continues for London. Now London's got to be able to capitalize on this.
Here we go. 2:47 left. Fresh set of downs.
That was a big call. Two by
what
two.
What can they
fullback,
do here?
Offset to the right.
Offset to the right in motion. High snap brought down. rolling out there, play action, makes a man miss, able to get a couple extra yards there.
I like it. Look at the very end of this.
That's Gray again.
Okay, watch this. This is Merritt, the quarterback. Watch him at the very end of this. Hey, wait a second. I'm going to get in there and try to help. Now, you can't push from behind. You can push the players.
Yep.
That is called a tandem buck in Canada.
Yep.
And contrary to what people think, that is an illegal play. You cannot do that in the CFL. You can push the players beside the ball carrier, but you can't assist the ball carrier.
2nd and 3 for the Mustangs. Single I formation here. Empty backfield in motion to 2. Going to keep it elected.
I like the call.
Quarterback is going to be close. Yep, makes it. Takes a hit to make a play.
And again, we talked about it's like, look, at some point he's going to bring his legs over. There's the jet. You can see the influence of it. But again, they're not buying that jet motion overly much. The linebackers aren't in full trail on that, which is really what you're trying to do on that jet. They're waiting for that counter off that. But hey, you did a good job of sticking your foot in the ground and getting your shoulder pads a little bit dirty there as quarterback.
1st and 10 after Merritt gets the first down. Talking to Snyder earlier this week, first thing he said about Merritt was, yeah, he's tough. Hands it off there. Flag on the far side. We'll see what it might be.
I think Hamilton's offside. I think Hamilton lined up offside. Yeah, he did. Top of the your defensive end there is lined up offside. That's a free 5 yards. Absolutely, you want to take this penalty, so you're going to have a 1st and 5 here for London, and it stops the clock again. You don't have to use a timeout.
1:45 left. Going back to that, so Coach Schneider says, he's very tough, his toughness. And so the first, compliment or comment about your quarterback, it's not his arm. It's not it's hey, he's tough. And so you see that there when he elects to run it himself.
Yeah, that's a complete design. That's one of those designed. Let's get our quarterback going downhill. With our big offensive line.
So 1st and 5 here. Going to get the Mustangs to.
Yeah, but he didn't make contact this time. But they declared who's coming.
Yep. Blitz coming. Look in the far side. I'm not sure if that was the pressure there or some miscommunication.
I think somebody ran an in instead of an out.
On the near side here.
Yeah, so you can see the drag. I think the top was supposed to come out here.
And I don't think Garza was just kind of trotting along there. So, yeah, some confusion there maybe, but brings up 2nd and 5. 1:41 left here in the half. With the Mustangs trailing 16-7 here.
Now, you showed your hand by blitzing on 1st down there. Are you going to blitz again? They look to be more in a coverage set. Watch for one of these linebackers to possibly fire.
Delayed draw there to Ossini going to the left side. Makes a man miss. Jukes. It's going to be close.
No, he got it. He 100% got it. No, maybe not. Okay.
Again, we'll see on the spot here.
Okay, they're marking him down at the 16-yard line. I thought he got across to the 14. He's going to be short by maybe a half a yard. Regardless, they're going for it on this. Yeah, here comes the big boys. So this would be the Rhino or
heavy
tank, call it what you will. You're going with the big boys out there. Number 13, I believe, comes in at quarterback on this play.
That's Chase Becker. There's another big play to try and keep the drive, keep the chains going here.
But again, he stepped out of bounds, so this allows you that substitution. And then if you get the 1st down, clock is going to stop.
Yep.
And you're going to be able to get the regular offense out there. You don't mind the clock moving at this point.
Hamilton's, ready for it. Here we go. Good push by the Mustangs line. Flag on the far side.
I think
have to see what it is.
I think Hamilton's lined up offside on this again.
My goodness, that right side.
Yeah, they just you're bringing the linebacker up, and you've got to and it's also I think it's the 2. He doesn't understand the spacing he's looking at. But again, 1st and goal for the Mustangs, just a straight ahead. Look at this push. Talk about keeping your legs moving in there. The Mustangs keep the Rhino or the heavy package out there. Why not? If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yep. Hey, you might know what's coming, but can you stop it? So
yeah, I love that type of offense. I don't care if you know what I'm doing. Stop it.
Oh, flag here.
They're offside again.
Offside again. So this is, again, when I talked a couple before that punt, the Ticats maybe haven't been in these types of scenarios.
No.
These high pressure this year, which, again, fortunate means you're playing good football. But that's where these details matter. And penalties, a ref's pointed towards.
Yeah, and again, I believe it's the defensive tackle again that's lining up, and it might even be the two. Who I mean by the two, the outside linebacker. This is a half the distance to the goal, first down again repeated. It's a 5-yard penalty. Well, it's both. It's offsetting.
So you
redo the down. But they brought the regular offense back out now.
Okay. But positive looks. I mean, yes, there were some penalties there, but heavy package working well.
Watch for QB run on this. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Watch for some type of play action. Get out to the edge and maybe get the quarterback rolling. I'm guessing to the right here. 3 receivers to the far side in motion. 2 in the backfield. Hands it off. Looks. Maybe miscommunication there.
No,
it was 100% read. I knew this was coming. He's trying to pull it, but I think the back goes to the wrong side.
That's what I mean. Like
yeah, he's got to be out there more. He's got to be able to get in there. So you're trying to get the running back coming across, and what happens is there's no action out there.
Yeah.
So the DN was able to play. Big loss on the play, 2nd down and goal from about the 12-yard line, 13.
Clock is running here, so we're approaching last minute of play in the half.
Again, you don't mind clock at this point. You're going to come away with points. It's just how many.
Drops back to pass, dumping that soft play into the receiver. Is going to be close. Leans in, touchdown, Mustangs.
They have not called it yet. I have not seen an official put his arm up.
We'll see.
I have not seen someone put his arms up as a touchdown.
So we called it. The in-house announcing called it.
It sure looked like he was across here.
No flags in the play. Well, they're going to say he's back at the.
No, they're kicking.
Oh, they're kicking. Okay, but
so maybe I missed it.
Hey, ref, that's the easiest call in refereeing. Hands up.
Awesome. Good drive. That's what you wanted close to the half as well.
Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is good. 16-14 is the score in favor of Hamilton, but there's another extended drive by the Mustangs.
Yeah, and this is kind of what we talked about, what we, before the game, off the air. This is what we expected for both of these teams. London was in it last week, okay, where they learned to come back from that and capture momentum and keep it going. Hamilton's not being in this position. The games have pretty much been over at this point. They've been able to spread everybody out and get going. We get to see what Hamilton's made of, but also, iron sharp as iron. Let's see who can get a little bit sharper here in the second half and eliminate those those mistakes. Couple turnovers from each team.
Yep.
So clean that stuff up and get the momentum going again. Really good drive because you got to remember Hamilton won the toss, deferred to the second half, so they're going to start the ball. They're going to start the second half of football with the ball here. I imagine London's just going to kick it deep here and play some defense.
Big kick coming
Mind
here
you,
for
there is
McCartney.
a huge hole sitting right about the 30-yard line. If you look at those numbers.
Either side, yeah.
Yeah, 30 or the 20. If you can kick it to the numbers there, this is a big gap.
Going to elect to kick it deep. Catching it in the air are the Tiger Cats. Approaching, gets a block. One makes a couple man miss, gets to the outside. Coming down with the tackle finally.
I think it
might have been the kicker.
It was the kicker. It was Garces.
Yep. Kicker McCartney.
Oh, McCartney. My apologies. Garces, the varsity, the U18 guy. And again, it's just, look, special team. We said special teams is going to be a factor in this game. Hamilton's did a good job of maintaining it, and they got the 2 points by playing good defense and giving up that and conceding, London having to concede that safety.
So Coach Ron with Hamilton getting the ball in the half, what's maybe the offensive mindset here with 43
Oh, I want to
seconds
take. I'm
left?
taking a shot. Really, London hasn't proved that they can stop that passing attack yet. 43 seconds in the CFL. That's a ton of time.
Going about a soft screen there. Going to be 7-8 yards there with the completion there was Zioni.
Okay, but again, now that the ball's set, it should be.
They only have maybe one timeout.
No, they don't have any timeouts.
Any timeouts? Sorry,
no, they've used both those timeouts. So now the clock is running again.
Yep.
So if you're Hamilton, let's get the first down, reset the clock, and then maybe we're in the range to take a shot downfield.
Can the Mustangs get some pressure here towards ending the half? Throwing it to the far side. Good job getting to his receiver, but coming in with the quick tackle. Good coverage there by Simon Purdy.
That's the first time I think that they've gone to the field side of the pattern there, and it's just a sit down route. The Mustangs are like playing 15 yards off. They obviously they're saying nothing behind.
Yep.
But
so we're getting to, unless they get it off quick, this
you're going
to be the last play.
Maybe one play after this,
barring
last play.
Yep. So here we go. Last play of the half. It's going to be a sit down route. Is complete, but
you're just looking for a broken tackle or something on that.
At the half, the Ticats, junior Ticats, lead the junior Mustangs by a score of 16-14. Ron, your thoughts on the first half?
Kind of what we expected, not to say it ad nauseum, but again, London wants to run the ball. They want to play the game in a phone booth. They want to knock you around. And again, these runs play dividends in the third and the fourth quarter. Those 7-8 yard runs become 10, 12-yard runs. And then in the fourth quarter, they become 15, 20-yard runs. Hamilton's saying, we're just going to spread the ball around. We don't think you can cover our receivers. And realistically, there is a missed interception and then a broken tackle for a touchdown. But you've got guys running wide open in the secondary there.
Absolutely. Well, the little points here, this is the first time that all season coming in, Hamilton's defense hasn't allowed more than 7 points against. Mustangs have been able to put 14 on them.
Yeah. So it's been a really, really good first half of football. I can't wait for the second. For Everett, this is Coach Ron. We take a break here at halftime. We'll see you in about 10 minutes.
And welcome back. We are getting ready for the second half. The Mustangs will kick off to the Ticats as, again, Hamilton won the toss and deferred. Ron, what are some kind of one or two things you're looking for in the second half here?
Well, I think coverage has got to improve. Mustangs just don't turn the ball over as much and finish drives, and I think everyone's going to be coming away with a game today.
McCartney with the kick. It bounces back to about
like
the
that.
10. Picked up on the hop and blows a tire there.
Look, we talked about it. Catch the ball in the air. Now, I know that in that particular case, it wasn't really able to be caught in the air. But look at, that ball hit at the 30-yard line. He picked it up at the 10. There's that point again. Catch the ball in the air. There's 15 yards every time.
And part of that, hey, the footing may have messed up, but part of that becomes mental, right? When you catch the ball on the hop and you're like, oh, the guy's going to be on me right away.
And he kind of bobbled a little bit there at the end there too. So, good job maintaining possession, but Hamilton's not had really poor field position in this game. So this is kind of the first time where, all right, let's see if we can get a stop here early.
They start from their own 20, handing it off to start the second half. Offensively, bounces it, but there's coming up with a tackle for the Mustangs. Is number 33, Pettit.
Yeah, Pettit coming. You can see him coming all the way across there and recognize that. Good run of about 5 yards. And again, if Hamilton can get 4 or 5 yards of carry, that's going to open, then you can't drop into coverage quite as quickly as you have been. So, again, good job of mixing your play calling up. But, again, they're not going to win this game running the ball. They're going to win this game by passing the ball.
Absolutely. So, one of the second half we were talking off camera is, can the Mustangs front 3 or 4 get some pressure without blitzing to try and get into the backfield? Here we go. 2nd and 5 here. They're going to fake the handoff, lob it up to the outside. Did he come down?
No.
He did, but he didn't.
He had it, and then he kind of, as he's going down there, just does a little bit of a bobble. This is I love this camera angle here. Good job up top by producer Adam. He's got him beat. Okay. 1-on-1, strong hands again, but as you can see, he's bringing it down and just not quite able to get it. And Hamilton is in punt formation. Now, we saw what happened last time they were in punt formation.
Yep.
I would expect kind of a mud rush this time. Maybe send one guy in there, but everyone else is just going to be hanging out.
Mustangs, a lot of pressure up on the line here. 2 returners deep. The snap this time is good. The kick is up and away. Going to field it in the air.
Yards.
No yards there. Number 5. Catching it in the air is Guthrie.
Yeah, okay. Catch it in the air. We talked about 15 yards. Well, guess what? He caught that ball in the air. That's a 15-yard no yards call. So there's that 15 yards. I know I'm kind of harping on it. But guys, these are the hidden yards that win you games. Instead of having the ball at the 45-yard line, you're going to have the ball at the 30, and the Mustangs are in great field position.
Here we go.
Coming into the second half.
Now they're walking it forward. Yeah. Excuse me. The chains were walking back, and I was like, wait a second.
Well, they've got to go up there and then move it up the 15 yards.
Yeah.
So
from the 33?
Yeah, 33-yard line it looks like.
Mustangs front jogging it to the line here. We'll see what they go with. Probably a run. 2 in the backfield there, 3 to the far side of the field. Snap is away a bit high, bringing it down is Wasini. He again makes a couple of guys miss, and it's going to be
9 yards.
9 yards.
Yeah, 9 yards again. So again, it's that broken record. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
If you're getting 8-9 yards of carry, geez, like I've called games where it's like, what did you run today? It's like I ran 3 plays. They couldn't stop it to the right. They couldn't stop it to the left, so I kept doing it.
2nd and 1 here. 1.5, 1 yards, whatever you want to call it.
Hamilton's coming with pressure. Linebacker, watch for the linebacker blitz.
Mustangs motioning a receiver to the far side, giving it again to Wasini. Good initial pop there by the Ticats. Did he get it? Yes.
Yeah, he needed a long one, and he got a short 2. He just got it.
Yeah, again, good initial pop there by the linebacker coming downhill in a hurry, but like I said, took a hit, get the first down.
And again, we talked about the amount of opportunities that you're going to get with the Mustangs, running the ball. You got to capitalize on these and come away with points in this. You need to end this drive leading this game, however you do it.
22 for the Mustangs, going to keep it. Nothing going there. Number 0.
Yeah, their agent 0.
Enzo 0. First name Enzo, last name Tristiano.
Tristiano that's a name that Hamilton has. A few Tristianos have come through their organization, so I recognize that name.
It's one of the bigger outside of interceptions, bigger defensive plays for the Ticats this game.
Yeah, big loss of about 5 yards, so second down and 15. This takes London out of their wheelhouse.
Can they get it to a, makeable? Going for long. It's up. Here comes a jump ball. Is it intercepted? They fight for it.
They intercepted.
That's coming down with it.
Yeah, that's his third one, and it's in the end zone. So now the ball's going to come out to the 20.
What I'm seeing here, this is, very talented quarterback. Not a lot of zip on these balls.
No.
Not like the touch isn't there. Hasn't been so far this game. Kind of the check down routes, floating it over. Yes, some sprint coverages there. That was just
the
bit
ball,
of a wobble.
There's not much of a wind here today.
No.
But there is a breeze, and the breeze that's coming is coming out of the north. As we see on the far side of the stadium, the flag's about half, it's not straight up in the air. But the Mustangs are going into the wind right now. But really, you needed to come away with points. Those opportunities that we talked about, you got the opportunity, the hidden yards with the penalty. You got to capitalize on that. That's 3 now that you've given away.
And when a team is as good as this, any team, but you don't want to, turn the ball over. Turnovers can come back to bite you. There's a going
good
right
run.
up the middle there, off tackle. Some good hard yards there by Zion.
Yeah. So again, that's a gain of about 6 on that. We'll call it 7, second down and about 3. And that's just an inside run. It's just a straight inside run. You're trying to get the linebackers, and if you're in that 3-3, with 6 DBs in there, but it's almost like a 3-4.
It's a 33, but then pretty much every time you're going to bring down one of the linebackers to make it a 42. Going again, handoff up the middle.
Didn't get it.
Misfooting there, so third down. Good pressure there.
Well, they brought both the linebackers. They brought them to the B and the C gap on the field side. It was picked up well.
Yep.
But unfortunately, you kind of see the edge get through on that, and Hamilton's electing to punt the ball. So again, London should have really good field position on this, but you've got to capitalize on these.
Here we go, back special teams, back to return the kicks.
So they should catch this ball about the 50-yard line. So if you can get that ball, return to the 45-40, you're in pretty good shape here again.
G squared back to return for the Mustangs. That's Garza and Guthrie. Snap is a bit low, caught cleanly there. Line drive kick. Bouncing, catches in on a one-hopper. That's Guthrie. He's got speed, gets around one man, got a block. He's still going. Good return there, Ron, catching it off the bounce.
We're going back to the mouse on this. If we can hit pause right a little bit more. Now, look, run the track. Don't cut it back inside on this. Look at all Hamilton defenders are inside that hash mark. Why are you cutting this back? Stephanie, roll that replay and watch what I'm talking about here. Stay outside. Everyone's outside there.
Well, hey,
you got to stay on that track. You got to stay out there.
Still got some yards. So from the 42-yard line.
No, 38.
38. My apologies. Math is hard. Snap is good. Handoff up the middle to Ossini. He gets 6 yards on the first down.
So because they got burned on that earlier, if we can get that replay one more time here. Stop it right now. Stop. Watch the D end here, and this is who the quarterback is reading. And he does a good job of playing that. But because he slow plays the quarterback, look at the running lane that happens. He can't collapse that down because he's got to stay out there because of the run.
2nd and 5. Motion in on a sweep there. Do they give it to Ossini? He mits slippery through, and he's looking for the sideline. He gets it. One man to beat here. Down. He steps out of bounds, but a great pickup there into the red zone. It is first and goal for the Mustangs.
Watch these blocks downfield. Mama, they say, don't let your baby grow up to be a receiver. Boy, if you ever play for Coach Ron, you better block your butt off downfield. That is the difference, and I've said this to receivers many times. The difference between a 4-yard run and a 40-yard run a lot of times is what these guys do down the field. The receivers did a great job of picking up the secondary and blocking it, and now you've got a first and goal opportunity at the 8-yard line. You got to capitalize here, Mustangs.
Here we go. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Mustangs trail by 2 currently, sending the H in motion here back into the backfield. 3 to the far side, and hand it off to Guthrie. He is met at the line of scrimmage.
He's maybe even thrown back for a yard.
That is Surik of the Ticats.
This time again, they slow played it. The DN slow played it, but the second he saw that ball come in, he took off. But he didn't get the front side block, unfortunately, on that. And again, a really good job of defense. Like, hey, Hamilton's playing great defense.
Absolutely. This is, I mean, as expected, right? They're the top team offensively, statistically. And coming in here, so 2nd and goal from now about the 9-yard line. Going to hand it off to No, pulled it. Elects to keep it. He's got a receiver. Under. And it's in. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Yeah, baby. The first time they're in this position, I want to show this play to you. If we can get that highlight one more time here and just stop at the second we get it here. Stop. Okay, so this is what makes it so hard. It looks like he's trying to influence block him. He's done this wham block to him all game, but instead he slips around him and just goes into the flats. You do a good job of clearing out and a good job of clearing out in here. You follow that run fake through. The quarterback gets out on the edge, and you are in no man's land. Go ahead and run that replay now. Nobody's there.
It is Levi Gray. Pulls it in for the go-ahead touchdown.
By the way, producer, cameraman Adam, the guy that kind of helps us with this stream thing, I like this little
They're going
thing.
For 2 here. Going to hand it up the middle, and they get it.
Yep.
Put it on the board. 2 points.
Difference between 4 and 5 is insignificant. Difference between 4 and 6 is huge.
That is math. That is true. The Mustangs take the lead 22-16. And you always love when players make commentators kind of eat their words. I said the quarterback had difficulty with the touch passes. That was a touch throw right there.
Well, that's also that's one of those is like, just don't baby it too much. Just get the ball out there. He's still wide open. Yeah. He's wide open on that, and he usually is.
Yeah.
But now when you do that wham block, okay, that guy has to think for 1 second. I just can't absorb that block now. Is he coming? Is he going to leak on that? Is he doing that H? What we've called for years the H under, where the H is coming across and under, So it takes away that run defender, puts him in a bind where he has to play pass and run. And the more players you can put in a bind to have to look for multiple things in the game, they tend to play slower then because you just can't react. You've got to think of one other thing there before you react.
Cole McCartney walking his steps back to put this one deep, or maybe a bit of a moonshot, depending.
If you can kick this to you see where the numbers are. Like if you can kick it to the 20, you got to look at.
There it is on the hop with the missed tackle there. Coming up the middle there, a couple of good blocks for the Ticats on the return. Maybe an added face mask there.
Head tackle there. So that's going to be 15 yards. Hamilton's going to have great field position here. They're going to have the ball at midfield.
It's unfortunate here. Right here, you got to break it down.
Yeah.
And just going in a little bit too hot there was Opie Alley.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because
He was there.
Yeah, but we talked. It was like, look at that gap there. It's like if you could just drop that ball in the 20, make him come up and play that on a bounce. You know, you got a shot to make a play here.
Coming off to the sideline there, the Alley, he knows. He was,
Yep.
acknowledging the coaches, saying, hey, yep, I know. Football's a good sport where, hey, as long as the clock's not at 0, there's a next play.
Yep, absolutely. And again, right now, even if it ended at 0, you don't mind that score right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. 3:49 left in the third quarter. Everett Hanmer alongside Ron Fawarda, Adam Melrose up top.
And producer extraordinaire Stephanie standing right beside me. Thank you very much for the fans. Thank you very much for joining us here on London Football TV.
And so now the Ticats go back to work. Just tried to jump that route, and it was almost there.
Just off the.
That was 33 Pettit.
There's a flag on the play. I don't see it.
Not seeing it myself, but maybe we can get a look back at that
No,
replay there. Pettit.
There's no flag.
No flag.
Okay.
Anyways, regardless, good job. Almost there, sniffing that play out.
Yeah, he does a good job. You see those two guys coming under there. Now, I will caution, watch for that wheel route coming off of that, because that's the next progression.
So we got 22. They're going to motion here, 3 to the near side. Going to hand it off, fake it up the middle.
He's going to be short.
Going there with the tackle.
Did London get the ball?
Where is the ball?
London's got the ball here.
35 technically has it. Here we go.
Okay, but they're saying he was down.
So again, the play happened. We were from our angle, the camera angle there. We couldn't.
There's some.
That's why.
There's some extra stuff going on there. The Hamilton guy's laying on the London player, saying, "I didn't do it."
So we can't. Yeah, you're right. The Mustang player does technically come out with the ball. We're kind of blocked out by the angle of the cameras there, but regardless, it's a third and 4.
Yeah, 3rd and 4 here. Big play for Hamilton. Look for that speed out. They've done that a number of times.
And this is the offense still on the field
here.
Yeah,
absolutely. Or hey, you gotta play discipline. You gotta play discipline. Make sure they snap the ball before you go.
Check the hard count here.
They're going 22 look here. They've run out of this a couple times, but they usually motion a back out.
They're staying into block, dropping back to pass. It's complete. First down for the Ticats.
You're just giving way too much room up there.
That's Jamison Moore pulling in that first down pass there. Again, just a soft.
And I get it. It's that zone coverage, but, if you're you see that linebacker, he's got to get over there a little bit quicker. But, again, his job is not necessarily that flat. He's got to watch that back, make sure he doesn't release on that. Hamilton moves the sticks. Big drive here.
Clock's still going here. 1:25 left here in the third quarter.
And the wind is at your back.
Yep.
So that's something to keep in mind. London's going to get the win in the fourth quarter here.
3 to the wide side of the field for the Tiger Cats. Snap is out. They're going to misdirection a little bit there. Number 1 running it, Zioni.
Gain of about 6 on that. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. Almost just like a reverse pivot,
It's pretty tight,
Yeah.
Well, gets it 5 yards. Opens up the playbook when you get a good chunk on first down.
The Hamilton's really doing a good job of their offensive line is really firing off in the second half here, and they're opening up those run lanes. I really like the balance in between the run and the pass so far here in the second half for Hamilton. They've been able to throw the ball a little bit. They've been able to run the ball a little bit. London needs to make a play defensively, and they need to make it pretty much now, or Hamilton's going to be in scoring range.
2nd and 5. Dropping back to pass. There he is. He's got a man. The throw is up. It's kind of into no man's land there. Maybe, we're not sure. Maybe number 1, top, just kind of maybe stopped running. Maybe didn't initially see it.
I thought he was pulled, to be honest with you, at the top of the route. I think the defensive player got a little bit of a
regardless
charity no call on that, but I thought there was a little bit of a tug at the top of the route. Hey, look, don't accuse me of being a homer. I'll call it both ways. If I see something wrong, I think they got away with not a pass interference on that.
As the time ticks away here, in approaching the fourth quarter, Could this be this is definitely a huge play here.
Massive
Third
play
and
here.
5.
Screen.
Staying in here, dropping back to pass, looking for the screen. It's not there. He's going to throw it. He does get it to his guy, but not going to be enough just to get back to the first line of scrimmage.
And the Mustangs defense holds.
There we go. That's
you
one
can
of the
give
first
up yards.
holds.
You can give up yards, but you can see they're trying to get out there, even if this is completed. Like, you got a legal man downfield. You got, like, offensive linemen 6 yards downfield on that.
Yeah. So there we go. That's the last play of the third quarter.
Wow.
To start the fourth quarter, the Mustangs take over possession, turnover on downs.
Flip the field here, baby. All right, here we go. Fourth quarter has been the Mustangs' quarter. They have dominated it in every game so far. This is when all those running and all those body blows really, really pays off for the Mustangs offense. Can you put together, like in the first quarter, that 5 or 6 minute drive and come away with a touchdown? That would be a death sentence at this point in the game. But you've got to get first downs. You've got to get clock on this. You know, you're up 6. Now you've got the ball back. You've got at the 32-yard line, decent field position. You need a drive. If you can get that drive, like I said, for about 5 or 6 minutes of clock off of here, that's going to make the assignment for Hamilton very, very difficult.
Here we go. Taking over possession at the 32-yard line here are the Mustangs. I formation. 3 to the far side. Going to hand off to Ossini. He's going to get on a slant route there.
Okay.
Gets about 3, 4, maybe even 5.
He got about 5 on that. But again, we talked about the body blows, and I know I've kind of said it to nauseum. Guys, he was hit at the like after a 1-yard gain. Wasn't able to carry it through, and the speed, he was able to get another 4 yards on that. We're going to call it 2nd down and 5 here. It's a long 5. It's about 5.5, but this is what you're looking for. You're looking for that drive to really put this game away. That's what you want.
Here we go, 2nd and 5. The H in motion. Stop me if you've heard me say that before. Hands off to Ossini. He's again makes one man miss. Another. He's got nobody in front. Here we go. Tripped up again, but just another
8-yard run in the first half. 30-yard run, fourth quarter.
There we go. Those are
That's
the
same
plays.
play. It's the same play. There's the kick out. There's the kick. Broken tackle. Now, this is where all those body blows have laid on you.
And because they've got the strength and depth at running back, Ossini gets a breather. Here in
roll
comes
the next
Guthrie.
one. Roll the next one. Here we go. I would expect the same type of play. Now Hamilton's got to start creeping that safety down, and that could open something up over the top yet.
1st and 10 from the 38. The snap, a handoff
again.
That
slice or that wham.
This time there in the backfield, a TFL tackle for loss by number 44, Brumano.
Yeah, he gets off the block at the top of the field, keeps all the way through, and does a great job of not giving up on the play. No gain on that play, but again, he was hit. He should have been tackled for a loss, but again, he was able to get to the back to the original line of scrimmage. So again, great effort by the running back. This Hamilton defense is good. London, you need to get another first down here. More clock, more first downs.
2nd and long here, dropping back to pass. He's
got
a man here. Nice grab there by Garza.
Look at
this. It's going to be close.
This is going to be real. Yeah, he's giving him the first down. He got it right to the 32, which is where you needed to get it to. Hey, look, Hamilton's done that speed out all game.
Hey,
first down for it. It's the toughest route in football to cover in the Canadian game. When you're coming all the way over, you needed 10 yards.
Yep.
And you got it. You got exactly 10. And like I said, move the sticks, move the chains. And the clock continues to run with the wind at your back. Keep driving this ball. Ball's at the 28.
Down and distance is what they call it. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
Really
trying to get somebody go on the hard count there. Nobody going there.
Yeah, but they're showing what they're doing. Both linebackers are coming now.
So a handoff there to Guthrie. Guthrie's going to get the edge. Gets a couple there. Call it. Well,
he's got about 3 there. Well, they're going to mark him down a little bit short of that. I thought he got the ball up to the 26 there. They're going to mark it at the 27.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, that's
2nd and 8 here. But again, look at 8 minutes and 30 seconds left.
It's 3 down football.
It's 3 down football. But again, you've taken 4 minutes off and you still have an opportunity. This drive is not over yet.
Absolutely not. Here we go. 3 to the far side of the field, 2 in the backfield. Mustangs going to keep the option here.
Use
Looking
your legs.
for somebody. Finds it. Tried to pass intended there for Brody Penhale. Just a little bit off the stretch. There's again, Ron. He was there.
Yeah, you got to throw that earlier. You got to throw that earlier.
But again, that
Square-
touch just hasn't, for me personally, it hasn't been there.
The ball seems to be trailing away from him when he throws it. So again, you've got your 4-minute drive.
Yep.
You want to come away with points. Even a missed Rouge here puts it to a 7-point game. A field goal will put this to a 9-point game.
Absolutely.
And then you're in that 2-score. So,
Eighth.
Producer Stephanie, this is U14. It's over 30 yards. Get it ready. 34-yard field goal.
The snap is down, is up. It is wide to the right. Catches it. Can he get out? He is out. Gonna get it out to about the 7, 8
to the
yard
9-yard line, but that's going to come up to the 20.
Again, from our angle, it's tough to see how wide that was, but regardless, it had the distance for sure.
I curse it every time. I absolutely curse that every time. Maybe you get to see it at some point. But the Mustangs come away with no points after their impressive 4-minute and 15-second drive. Again, and now because they missed it and you got it out of the end zone, the ball's at the 20. Hamilton, your defense held when they needed to.
Yep.
You've got to get it now. Hamilton, you need to put a drive together here, and you need to chew up about 3 or 4 minutes worth of clock here, if not 5.
From the 20, taking over, 7:33 left here in the football game. 1 in the backfield. They're going to pass it. Gets it to the far side. He caught it. Pass a little behind there, but adjusting well is Lico, Max Lico.
Yeah, they really haven't gone after that Zed receiver too much here. And again, they gave him 4 yards. I think that's a very generous spot because you have to go back for it. Really, we talked about the amount of possessions that you're going to have. If you get 4 minutes off this clock for the Mustangs to have another possession, Hamilton's got 1 or 2 possessions left in this game. London's going to probably have 1, maybe 2 as well, depending on what we do here. 2nd down, we're going to call it 7 after the gain of 3, Everett.
So what are the Junior Ticats going to do here? 3 down linemen for the Mustangs. Trying to get pressure off the outside. It's there. Good reception there. Yeah. Coming in with it is DeSimone.
Yeah, and again, it's just that switch route. There's the guy that comes under. The outside guy goes in. The inside guy goes out, and you just get lost in the traffic. It's a great route combination. And again, you needed 7 yards. You got 9, and you move the sticks.
As expected, Ray Hamilton, very good team coming in. Their offense has been clicking. You need a stop at some point. The Mustangs have gotten 1 stop from their D. Can they get another here? 1st and 10. Going for the out pass, the screen, wide receiver screen coming off of his tackle. Block. That's Simon Purdy.
Wow.
Great job to shed that block and get in for the tackle.
Simon Purdy played a little bit of wide receiver when he was down at the U14 level, and he switched over to defensive back. He's a very tall, athletic kid, but that's a really good job of wrapping up in there. That's a tough thing to do. You're coming off of a block and wrapping up. Shout out to Simon Purdy on that.
2nd and long here for the Ticats. Call it
a lot of time in the huddle.
8 yards here, 5:30 and counting.
Okay. You got 3 to the field, 1 to the boundary, 2 in the running back. You got ISO 1-on-1 outside here with number 3.
In this stance, they've stayed into block, and they're doing it again. Pass is complete. First down, and then some again. With the reception is Jamison Moore, the wide receiver.
Okay. I just called it. You knew where he was going with the ball here, and you can't back up like this right away. This is just a quick slant. 1-2, there you go, wide open. If you're gonna have guys coming over the top, if you got a guy playing over the top on that, your one's got to be down there a little bit better.
Yep. Well, here we go again. Approaching
Move the sticks.
Approaching the
440.
half. Approaching midfield here are the Tiger Cats. 2 to the far side, 22 look. 1 in the backfield, dropping back to pass.
Here
Here
comes the
throws
wheel.
it up, bit of a interception.
We talked.
Coming down with it is
Oh,
Rafiq. Is there a flag? Way
Oh,
late flag on
huge flag. I don't know who it's on.
that ref was looking.
I think it potentially taunting against the Mustangs, coming over and someone, wishing pleasantries to him. That's probably one of those guys. He's trying to get off of it. So, objectionable conduct, I believe, is going to be the call against. So the Hamilton player said something.
Yep. Hamilton.
The way he threw that flag with a lot of force, it almost looks like, let's recognize this.
You know what? That was all-time form on the flag toss by the referee there. Yep. So they're gonna.
But no, okay. So it is against London because they're marching London back.
Right.
So interception, but London with 4:23 left.
What do you think we're gonna do? Run the ball.
Yeah, okay, but Hamilton's going to blitz.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just saying, if you've got that H under one more time, throw it on first down here.
With the defense at this point kind of has to send pressure.
Yep. You have to stop the run, but you got to hit that under one more time here.
Oh. Okay. Pressure on the outside.
So they're staying home now. Now they're creeping them.
Yep. Oh, he's gonna drop back. Gonna delayed handoff there to Owosi. Kind of blows a tire there, but
number 44 again.
Yeah, he's been causing problems all day.
He's been a great linebacker, and again, just does his job, wraps up, and doesn't miss a lot of tackles. He's really impressed me from that linebacker position, and I think he's getting the call from the.
Yep. Bunamo says no on the play and brings up 2nd and long here for the Mustangs.
So you got 1-on-1 down at the bottom here. 3-by-1.
Looking to throw it again. He's got to step on a man that's going to be too far there. Pass intended for Garza.
I don't like that call. I would have run it there, and I would have chewed up more clock and maybe forced them to take a timeout. You're going to be punting the ball now anyway.
Yep.
But again, you're trying to get that one-on-one matchup, and I like in theory that, but that really hasn't been there all day.
No, the connection or the chemistry, whatever you want to call it, on the deep throws hasn't quite been there for the Mustangs thus far. So it brings up a 3rd and long. Punt unit is out. Here's this. Talk about special teams, importance of it, getting down and covering.
Hamilton has done a really good job returning these kicks here.
Absolutely. 2 back.
You got to get better coverage down here if you're the Mustangs.
Snap is away cleanly. End over end kick right around the 50. 51 picked up. He's got the sideline. Gets around one man. Good job covering there, but getting the ball to about the 40-yard line.
And again, that's really good job. And again, you've got one more possession here, maybe 2. But we talked about you've got to get, if you're playing coverage, you've got to be on the outside shoulder. You can't be on the inside if you're the pin defender.
DeSimone on the return for the Tiger Cats. And so from the 41-yard line,
great field position here for Hamilton.
3:22 and counting left with both teams with 2 timeouts. That's going to be important potentially here as the time ticks away. So 3 to the far side, 33, empty backfield here.
Watch for that step off screen or that out.
Yep, they've liked that a lot on first down. And nope, not going to go for it. Kind of sit down, hit him with the hook. Hit him in the 5-yard hook. And that's Romano with the reception. Catches it at about the 5 yards, drags a couple, gets about 9 depending on the spot.
Yep.
Far side judge looks at about the 9-yard line.
Yeah, and they spotted it at about the 9 there. So
there's a missed tackle there on the on the initial play there.
Yep. And again, this has been a very, very well played game, by both these teams. As we just had the 3-minute whistle come in from the White Hat.
Hamilton trails by 6 points. Needing a touchdown and a conversion there. Makes a man miss. That's going to be a first down.
That's a good run.
Chugging along there is Zanone.
That's a really good run, downhill run with some power and authority. And again, we talked about the body blows that the Mustang offensive line had delivered. Hamilton's offensive line looks like they've delivered a bunch as well. As that was a 2-yard gain in the first half. Yep. Now it's an 8-yard gain.
So still 1st and 10. Time ticks away. 2:20. Fresh set of downs for Hamilton. They're in
3-down territory.
3-down territory here. 22 with 2 in the backfield. Dropping back to pass. He's got a man. He's got it. If he can get it, catch it. Touchdown, Hamilton.
Ticats take the lead. 2 minutes exactly left in the ball game.
Ron, these routes, they're finding a good job of picking holes in the zone.
This quarterback has done a great job today. I've been really impressed.
Absolutely.
With the composure that he plays with and how he delivers the ball, but the authority with his throws as well. He's been unquestioned with where he wants to deliver the ball.
And that's what I'm seeing. The difference is in the release. A little bit more zip, a little bit more pep
yep.
on the ball out of the hands of the Hamilton quarterback. And so, hey, you want to say extra points or just extra points? This is an important extra point here. Snap is up, hold is up, kick is good. And that gives Hamilton the 1-point lead. 23-22 with exactly 2 minutes left.
So your whole playbook's open. And again, you don't have to score a touchdown.
Nope.
You just need a field goal. So you need to get to about the 20. Realistically, that 30-yarder was a little bit long. He had enough leg for it, but, it's very inaccurate. You want to get to about the 20-yard line. So you're looking for a big return. You want to get the ball. You want to have realistically the ball returned to about the 40 or beyond and get that about 60-yard radius with about $150 left to go. Then you're manageable.
So this is
both timeouts for both teams as well. That's something to think about.
Every play is big from here on out. A big coverage for the Hamilton, a big return importance for the Mustangs. Exactly 2 minutes on the clock. The kick is up. It is deep. It is over the head, bobbled. Caught it on one bounce here. Out to the receive. Gets around one man. Steps out of bounds at about the 27-ish yard line.
Look at the market at the 30-yard line.
Okay.
Man, London got away with a clip on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we go. 30-yard line. So you've got, you've got 20, 25, 65 yards.
Yep.
And $154. It's not impossible, but that's a lot of yards for a methodical. You need to either break or run, or you got to your quarterback's got to get hot real quick here. And they're going to be watching that fullback H-under all game here.
Especially at this point in the game.
Yep.
Going to give it to Osini. Fumble! It's a fumble! And turnover!
Wow.
There's the little things become so important.
London's 4th turnover today. 3 interceptions, 1 fumble.
That's gonna. It didn't look like
the story.
It was never
game.
there.
Yeah, that's the story of this game. Is the turnovers London with 4, Hamilton with 2. You're +2 in the turnover battle, and you're up 1 point. That's a massive, massive turn of events.
The handoff never really quite got it in there. It squirted loose, and quick to pounce on it there, I believe, was...
I missed the number, to be completely honest with you.
Matthew, the defensive lineman for Hamilton.
So Hamilton run, kick a field goal, take some clock off here.
Gonna go off inside. Good job by Mustangs. And again, 2 timeouts for the Mustangs. Kind of swallowed that up. Able to get a couple.
You want to use your timeout on the next down.
Yeah.
Did they
Did
call
they
timeout?
use it? I think they may have. Yep.
Looks like they called it now. Okay. So 1:45 left. And this is what we're talking about. Why I said you want to do it on third down as opposed to second down. I think, and I believe London thinks, and Hamilton was going to run the ball on there. Then you got that stop. Then you stop the clock.
Yeah.
Make them line up and kick that field goal. Even if they hit it, it's a 4-point game. You're still within that 1 score. But if you miss it, then you get the ball out. You almost want to concede the rouge on that just to get the field position better.
Second and long, so Scarps, the defensive coordinator for the Mustangs.
This game has been everything that we thought it was going to be. It has lived up to the billing.
Absolutely. A absolute dandy on your Saturday evening. Thank you so much for joining us from wherever you are, tuning into the stream on the old internet. Here we go. 2nd and 6 from the 30-yard line.
3 to the boundary this time. So if anything, okay,
motion
over to the field.
Coming back in around to the play side. It's swallowed up there. Good job at the line of scrimmage by number 83, Adams.
Again, so yeah, now you're going to, I 100% think they're going to line up for a field goal here or punt it or something. You're going to go for a point here. London does call their second and final timeout.
Okay.
So you're going to force them to make a decision. Although there's no field goal kickers or punters coming out. It's the offense is still out there.
Yep.
This would be a massive gamble. You
for Hamilton?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, either
you've got that out.
Yeah.
That out's been there all day.
Yeah. Essentially, a field goal makes it you have to, 2 points.
3 points puts it out as a 4-point game. It
You're
forces
correct,
you to
yes.
kick
A touchdown.
Forces you to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
The offense is out there. So if they go to that one-on-one, if they go to that 4-by-1 look, I'd expect 3 to be on the boundary and just hit that skinny.
Could they? I mean, Hamilton has their timeouts. Could they?
Hey,
say,
look,
all right, see what there is to see.
1-on-1.
Yep.
No, 3. So we're going. 14's going to motion over to go 3-by-2 to the field.
Here we go. This is the football game. 3rd down. Drops back to pass. Got a man. Going to throw it. It's never stood a chance there.
Wow.
Turnover on downs.
Man, I don't get that play calling.
Hey, I mean, I guess we don't have to. We're not.
Yeah. I'm not a coach anymore. I coach.
Yeah,
look, credentials. I coached for over 25 years in the London area, at the provincial level.
So now you got, this is your chance.
Well,
you're at home. Your offense has the ball.
And you only gave up 15 seconds because they were incomplete.
Yep.
And you
exactly. So
now, mind you, you use your timeouts.
Yep.
Okay. So anytime the sticks move, the clock is stopped, but it's immediately blowing in. So you got to be fast here.
Here we go. Gonna fake the handoff. Gonna throw it. Got a man deep. Can he get it? Reason it. Complete.
How do you let the receiver so wide open on that?
Opie Alley with the reception.
Don't celebrate. Give the ball to the referee. Line up.
Whoa. Number 3, Hooper Pauly just shoved his own man down. You got to get to the line here. The clock is not quite moving, but there's the
chunk play.
throw you needed. There's the touch.
chunk.
So from the 40-yard line now, fresh set of downs. Clock is now running 1:25 and counting here. 22, 2 in the backfield. This time they're going to hand it off to Wasini, who he's going to get a first down, almost spinned off.
Okay, but you're in field goal range now.
Yep.
Okay, you're in field goal range or tie range.
So now you're kind of getting down to what hash does your kicker like it on,
Yep.
but also you're not going to not get a touchdown.
Yeah, okay, so 1:15, clock is running. So now you don't mind the clock moving a little bit if you're London. But again, you've got to get the points.
Yeah. 1:05 left here in the game. Snap is up, going to hand it to Osini again. He's going to make a man miss, trying to
He's
bounce
got
it
a
to
chance
the
at the
outside.
corner here.
Get out of bounds or keep it in. He gets it. First and
First
goal.
no, he's out about the 11, which is not horrible. Okay? 54 seconds left to go. Look at, man, this is the game we've been waiting for all year, from both of these teams. Hamilton's played a great game. London's played a great game. It's going to be horrible to see somebody not come away with the win here.
Here we go.
But that's why you play the game.
You play to win the game.
Here
it is.
Dennis out.
First and 11. First and 10 from the 11. Mustangs trail by one here.
You got to play run and pass here if you're Hamilton.
And hand it off to Osini. Why not? He gets it. Good tackle there.
That's a
by
huge
number 8.
Holy cow. Talk about going up and under.
Kriek says, how you doing?
Gain of 3. A little bit closer again. This is extra point range at this point.
So from second and
quarterback
7.
Get him in the outside here. Get him rolling to the right. Get that H under. But if it's covered, run the ball.
Is Hamilton here going to call a timeout?
Yes, there you go. So now I'm doing that. Roll the ball to the right.
Yep.
And I want to get that H under, but I want to get some type of post behind it.
Yeah.
So I want my Z receiver to run a post. I want the H to come on that. I want them to see it. Because that's going to take that 2 and track him over right away. And that post is potentially there. If they're both covered, get your quarterback in motion and get downfield. Look it. You got 2 downs. It's not 1. You have 2 downs to come away with points.
So if it's you, are you throwing it? Are you looking that H under?
I'm looking for that H under. It's. I think it's going to be covered. I want the quarterback to get out into space and to run the ball. I want him to be an athlete, but I'm rolling with that.
You're rolling with it. So 42 seconds. Second down. 7 for the first down. 7.5 for the touchdown. 22 I formation. Nope. Off. 2 in the backfield.
Fin to the right.
Here it goes. Going to hand it off to Osini. He makes one man miss. Track down. He is met.
No, but that's okay. So they've already lined up. They've already decided they're kicking the ball here.
Agent 0, Tristiano with the stop for the Tiger Cats. Whoo, here we go.
London's going to line up for the field goal. Now, again, the ball's going to be blowing in here once everything's in here. No,
the hold.
There's no wind in the stadium.
Garza.
This is an extra point. No, this is not Garza. This is
Garza. The hold.
Yeah.
The kick coming up here is McCartney. The snap is good. The kick is down. The kick is up. And it's good. The Mustangs go ahead here.
Wow. What a ball game. 25-23. Mustangs lead with 25 seconds left.
It's not over.
No. Look, a missed tackle on the sidelines, and 80 yards later, Hamilton's in for a touchdown.
Yep.
This has been a fantastic game. Hit the like and subscribe button when you're here, watching this game. There's tons of content like this. A couple years back, we did a game, the the Cambridge Lions and London Jr Mustangs. It was here on a Friday night. And from the very beginning, it was one of the most exciting games I've ever seen, I've ever been part of. It came down to a field goal on the last play of the game. There's some great games in here. There's some great content. You know, producer Adam, cameraman Adam up there, you know, he's got 2 kids at university. He could use that nickel.
Who carries cash on them anymore?
Oh, nobody. Nobody.
All right, well, special teams,
Are
important.
are you kicking it deep, or are you kicking it to a spot?
Uh,
I want to do that same thing. I want to kick the ball about the.
they did a moonshot, like, was it opening kickoff? Or
Um,
I'm thinking back to the U14
no,
game.
no. The opening kickoff, he blew it over his head.
Yeah.
I want to do the same thing out here. I want to try to drop that ball about the 25, 20-yard line and get my coverage scheme to break down this time.
Yep.
Maintain proper lane integrity, and I want to pin him as deep as I possibly can. 25-23, 25 seconds left. What a barn burner. What a great football game this has been.
Cole McCartney in, back to kick it to, back to receive it, going with the kind of the squib, the bouncer.
There we go.
Bounces back, picked up at about the 3-yard line. Around one man miss. Number 10 ends up getting the tackle deep.
Special
Rafik.
teams, special teams, special teams. We talked about it. Hamilton's got some great returns when London needed to play on special teams. Guess what? The momentum. Look at the coverage down here. 2, you got to get on the outside shoulder and come down in there. But this time you had enough help there. Sorry for cutting you off there.
No,
Everett.
defense comes down here now. 20 seconds and a whole lot of field that Hamilton needs to.
102 yards of real estate to make up. Now, you don't need all of it.
Nope.
You need to get to about the 30.
And
So-
you know they're going to throw, and they have the ability to throw,
Yeah.
so nothing over top.
Yeah, you've got to give up that short pass underneath. Everyone else you've got to have coverage at like 15 yards right now.
Empty backfield for Hamilton, looking to the short side of the field. They
Pressure.
finally get pressure.
finally got
The
pressure.
Mustangs finally got pressure there.
21 was on pressure and 35 as well.
21 Haggith in there creating pressure.
And again, it was a linebacker that they brought around. They brought him on a stunt. They brought him inside to out. He looped around, got pressure, got that short pass. 2nd down and 10 for the Ticats. 16 seconds left.
16 seconds left. Got to get 10 yards at least to keep the chains moving. But the clock is definitely not on your side if you're Hamilton. 3 down linemen with 1 dropping back to pass here. Good protection here by Hamilton. He's going to force to roll outside. He's complete in for the reception there.
What a great
For a
job of
first
tracking
down.
that all the way across. But 7 seconds left. He
7.
didn't get enough yards there.
Couldn't
You know,
quite. So
Look at
forces,
this is great coverage. Everyone just pick up a guy, keep everything in front of you, nowhere really to go. You see that nice umbrella across the top there. Had to dump it over. How many plays you got for 7 seconds and 80 yards that you need? As
I think you go for what, like a 25-yard play? Who knows?
you've got to get something out.
You got to get to the sideline for sure.
You got to get to the sideline. Well, no.
First, you got to complete the pass.
Was that their second timeout or their first timeout?
Second
That was their
timeout.
second timeout. So Hamilton is out of timeouts now with the ball at the 24-yard line is where they're going to spot it. Man, you need about 50 yards in 6 seconds.
Yep.
That's the problem. That's the problem. And it's if they're going to be dropping the coverage as much as they are, man, you're not going to get that time. You're not going to get that time.
You almost got to go for like a quick out and then.
You almost need like a hook and ladder or something like that. The old Miami Dolphin hook and ladder.
Really what you need like a completion and you need a defense penalty.
Yes.
You need some help if you're Hamilton to advance.
You need to play for one more snap after the snap.
So 1st and 10, 7 seconds left. Empty backfield for Hamilton. Everybody's in motion. going to the far side of the field. No one there at all. 3 seconds left.
They're that quick. Let's try to get out here quick. 3 ran the go route instead of the sit down route. And unfortunately, now you're basically out of options here. You've got a second
trick play,
down.
hook and ladder. You're hoping for Mustangs again. Nothing, everything in front of you.
I'm rushing 3. I'm dropping 8 in coverage, and I want 5 across at 15 yards.
Yep.
Which is exactly how they're lining up. 6 across at 15. So they are
one
going,
in the backfield.
so
4 to the
one-on-one to the field. You've got 4 wide to the boundary.
Here we go. Empty, going far side.
Here
Pass is complete. Hook and ladder. Going around. Tackle is up, barring a penalty.
No flags.
No
on
flags.
The play.
Mustangs win. Mustangs win a classic against the Junior Ticats. Final score, Mustangs 25, Hamilton 23. Ron, what a game.
What a fantastic game. Again, by both teams. Both teams played very, very well. I don't think this is the last time these two teams have played each other this year.
Absolutely.
I think that there's a destiny or a game down the road, perhaps in a month from now. But with the win, that means that game is potentially in London. Okay?
Yep.
So, it's a tough gig. It's tough to do. But, man, what a ball game. And kudos to Hamilton, who played fantastic. Kudos to the Mustangs.
Absolutely. Again, back and forth. We saw lead changes. We saw a little bit of everything. Whatever you're a fan of, they had it in this game.
Yeah. Good defense, good special teams, good offense on both sides. 2 very different styles of play, but both the styles of play works for the teams that you have.
Absolutely.
What
a game.
As we see the greatest line in sports, we're going to take a break. Make sure you join us here at 8 o'clock for the varsity game, the U18 Hamilton Varsity Junior Ticats, London Jr Mustangs. Forever Hamner, I'm the coach, Ron Forwerda. We'll see you again about 8 o'clock.